Welcome everyone to our monthly roundup where I dive into exactly what myself and the team have been up to for March 2024. It has been a really fun month. It's been a month where we've launched a new watch, we've done a trade show, we've done quite a bit of traveling. So it's been really exciting, and it's been quite nice just to reflect on everything that we've done this month. So let's take a look and give you an opportunity to delve in behind the scenes of what we have concentrated on as a team in March 2024. So to begin with, we had the British Watchmakers Day. That happened at the beginning of this month. That was the first time ever in Great Britain that there was a watch show of that magnitude that brought together British watch and clock makers under one roof. It was a moment of significance. It was a moment where I felt a real sense of pride to be able to look around what was an incredible venue, by the way. This was in a beautiful venue. I think it was the Horticultural Society building around Waterloo. It was stunning. It had beautiful natural light, which, as you guys all know, is really important when you have to try and show watches off. If you have no windows in a venue, and we've done many of these watch shows before, you need to get natural light into the watches. And just to see how many vendors were there, so different brands from all around Great Britain, showing off their expertise, showing off their watches. For anybody who was able to attend and visit the show, it was just such a spectacle. And as I say, there was moments where I just looked around the show and just took in a deep breath and thought, wow, I feel such a sense of pride that this show has actually been happening, because I've been doing this for the last 8 years now, and it's been something that we've been talking about as an industry for so long. And there was even members of the government that came to be able to see and appreciate just how impressive the British watch and clockmaking industry has become. We're not just this sort of small cottage industry. We've actually been able to grow into this really impressive independent watch sector where every single brand has their own niche, their own speciality, their own ethos. And as you went around the room, you could just speak to each individual founder and learn about what got them into watchmaking, what makes them different, what makes them stand out. And if you're a watch collector, it's one of the most special watch shows that I've ever been to. If you came and you came to the stand and introduced yourself, then I want to just say a massive thank you. I want to also say, if you haven't gone, then they are going to be releasing dates to do the exact same show again next year. So I would highly recommend that as soon as the British Watch and Clockmakers Alliance release the dates, you jump onto the website and you sign up, because it was really magnificent, and I think it's a show that is definitely our flagship show that we do in the UK moving forwards now. So the British Watch and Clockmaker show was magnificent, and we will remember that show for a long time. And I just want to say thanks again to anybody who came and attended the show. So the next thing was, of course, our new fire exit watch, and we launched this actually at the show on March 9th. There was a huge screen which was above everybody's heads, and it was playing the promotional videos of all of the brands that attended. And every time that I glanced up and I saw the fire exit watch and the promotional video that we created, it was just such a cool thing to see, to see the fire exit man rotating through the day wheel, and then to see the disc in the back of the watch and those beautiful cool green colors of the watch being presented to everybody in the hall was magnificent. I would say that was probably the watch that had the most buzz we've ever seen around a watch launch. I mean, you can see straight away just by the design guys why this is, to be able to have a watch that has all 7 days of the week illustrated by the fire exit sign man, and then to have that rotating disc in the back of the animation of the man running away from the fire, and just to have such strong intellectual property with the exact fire exit sign color against a gunmetal grey case and our upcycled British racing green fire hose straps. The whole thing just comes together in such a beautiful way. And we've seen that actually through social media. When you look at our social media and you look at some of the reels that we've posted on Instagram, the views and the interaction levels that we've seen of that specific watch have been some of the most, I guess, high-performing views and interaction that we've ever seen of any watch we've released in the past. So I guess that's kudos to to the team to be able to come together and create something which is so beautiful and unique, which obviously is being appreciated and respected all around the world. I just want to say a big thank you to anybody who has ordered the watch. We are super, super excited to deliver these pieces in September. Can't wait for September to come around, because until you get your hands on this watch and you see it in the flesh, it's going to blow your mind. Okay, it's going to absolutely blow your mind. So anybody who's pre-ordered the watch, thank you. Anybody who is contemplating ordering the watch, order it. Believe me, it is such an incredible piece, and photographs and videography just don't do it justice. So I want to make sure that you don't miss out on the opportunity, and by the time September comes around, you can be one of the lucky 300 people that own one of our new Fire Exit watches. For anyone who's over in the US, we are going to be displaying our Fire Exit watch for all of our shows in the States. I'll touch on that in a bit more detail later on in the video. Okay, so we had a great time at the British Watchmakers Day. The new Fire Exit watch was one of the most successful launches we've ever done, so we are absolutely delighted with that. And I think that rolls in quite nicely, because we've gone from one incredible launch onto what is going to be the biggest watch launch of our company's history, happening on May 26. So there is no rest for the wicked. We're bouncing straight off of one launch into our new Dunkirk watch. So for those of you who didn't watch last month's video, I'll give you a very high level sort of 60-second run through of exactly what this watch is going to be. So we are launching the greatest watch of William Wood Watch's history on May 26. It's called the Dunkirk Watch, and it is a collaboration with a London Fire Brigade fireboat called the Massey Shore that sailed over the channel on numerous occasions alongside 850 other little ships, fishermen, civilian boats to rescue 600 Allied troops off the beaches of Dunkirk for Operation Dynamo in World War II. We are going to be taking original pieces of the engine used in the 1940s to actually extract the troops from Dunkirk and melting down pieces of that original engine into the watch itself. We're going to be producing 600 pieces to commemorate the 600 lives saved by the boat. Anyone who buys the watch will have their name engraved onto a plaque that will be put onto the Massey Shore, and she will sail over the channel along with as many of the original 850 little ships as possible in 2025 to commemorate the 80th year anniversary of Operation Dynamo. So by buying one of these watches, you will actually become a real piece of not just World War II history, but world history, okay? This boat as well is the place that the National Health Service in the UK was actually created. So the founding members of the NHS approached Parliament. They wanted a secret location to be able to discuss and create the blueprint of the National Health Service, the NHS, and Parliament gave them the Massey Shore watch. So they all sat around the kitchen table, sailed up the Thames, and created the NHS that we know today in the UK. This boat also saved my favourite building in London, St Paul's Cathedral, by pumping water from the Thames up to the firefighters, because during the Blitz, an air missile was dropped on St Paul's Cathedral, and it was the only way to get the velocity of water from the Thames up to St Paul's to be able to save what is, in my opinion, the most beautiful building on London's skyline. Not only is it the most special watch we've ever produced, but from a design standpoint, it's probably the most striking watch we've ever produced. And of course, because of all of the craftsmanship, the history, and just how long it's going to take to produce this watch, it is going to be our most expensive watch yet. So the watch is priced at £3,995. Something that we've just actually confirmed now is the Swiss movement that we're going to be selecting. Rather than going for the standard grading of this movement, which is the SW200 Swiss-made movement, we are going to be going as a minimum to the Elaboré movement, which means it has a next level of grading, it has a next level of accuracy. It's a movement that we've never used in our watch in the past, and because this watch is coming with so much gravitas and prestige, we want to go for that Elaboré level to know that you guys have a watch that has a very, very accurate Swiss-made movement as the heart, or the beating heart inside of the watch. The process is going to be that I will be reaching out to all of our top clients, our very important customers, with a slideshow of exactly all of the history about the boat, what the watch design is going to look like, prices, lead times, and how to order before the general public. We're going to be launching to the general public on May 26, which is the 79th year anniversary of Operation Dynamo. The watches will then begin production on May 26 with delivery in time for you to wear your watch on Remembrance Day in November, on November 10th in the UK, or on Veterans Day, which is November 11th in the US. It means that you are going to be able to pay homage to military personnel all around the world who have given their lives to be able to give us the lives and the livelihood that we have now, past and present, and you can wear your World War II Dunkirk watch to commemorate that magnificent moment. It's a watch that I am the most proud of. I would also say that of any of the watches we've ever made in the past, this is my grail watch. What do I mean by grail watch? This is the watch that is the watch of all watches. This is the watch that personifies who we are. It embodies William Wood. If my grandfather was alive, this would be the watch that he would be the most proud of. And some of you may not know this, but before my grandfather became a firefighter, he actually served in the military, where he was stationed over in Egypt. And his military career with his firefighting career almost embodies and comes together in this magnificent watch. So really, really excited, and we'll be giving you more information on that piece from next month, okay? If you are, of course, interested in the Dunkirk watch, please do just drop a message to the team at info@williamwoodwatches.com and we can add you to our interested emailing list. And then finally, with our March roundup, I want to close off by saying that our US trade show starts, so our roadshow in the US starts from next month. Okay, so our first US show is going to be Wind Up Watch Fair San Francisco. It's going to be on the dates of May 3rd to May 5th. We are super excited to be able to display all of our watches to our beloved US customers over the pond. This is the first time at these shows that we're actually going to be upgrading to a premium sponsor. So we are going to have double the amount of space that we have at the show, which is going to be absolutely epic. And we're really excited to be able to display even more watches stateside to our really loyal US audience. Wind Up Watch Fair San Francisco have also upgraded their venue. So the venue is no longer going to be where it originally was. It's now going to be right down at the docks, with one of the most beautiful views of the Golden Gate Bridge. So as you come in or out of the building, you will be able to see the Golden Gate Bridge as you come into the venue. It's going to be absolutely epic and awesome, and we really, really can't wait. We're also going to be doing a podcast with Wind Up Watch Fair about the Dunkirk watch, so we will have physical samples there. And we're going to tie it into the Dunkirk film as well. So we'll be talking about the Dunkirk film, the watch, and just how special this project and this watch is going to be. So we're really excited to be filming that podcast over in San Francisco. That's it from us for March. It has been a really, I guess, rewarding month, guys, because for so long we've been designing the Fire Exit watch. We've been building up to the British Watchmakers Day, and to see just how successful the watch was and how much of a buzz it has had in the press and on social media, and also just how many people have actually wanted to purchase the watch has been magnificent. I don't think things are going to quieten down. If anything, I think things are going to get even more busy. So it's all hands to the deck, excuse the pun, with the Massey Shore boat and the Dunkirk watch as we move into April and May. I'm telling you about this watch so early just because we know that £3,995 is obviously a big purchase. You can spread the cost of that purchase not over 3 months but over 6 months, okay? So we're actually extending our financing plan for over 6 months, which sort of ties in with the production schedule as well. This is a watch not to miss out on, guys. You are going to become a real piece of world history by owning this watch. So we just want to make sure that you guys are fully prepared and ready for our Dunkirk watch. I just want to say on behalf of myself and the team, thank you so much for tuning into this monthly founder summary. It's been an incredible month and we are super excited about 2024 and beyond. So wishing you all a great day ahead, and thank you so much for tuning in. Until next time.